Lingering questions over tariffs is being felt in the housing market. Area loan officers say that they are seeing an uptick in loan applications because mortgage rates have been lower in recent weeks. 9 News real estate expert Lane Lyon is joining us with a closer look now. Lane is a realtor and managing broker at Coldwell Banker. Lane, good morning.
Good morning to you, Jordan. Thanks for having me on.
Thanks for being here with us, especially losing an hour's sleep.
Yeah, exactly. I think I'm feeling that.
Yeah, me too.
Still.
Absolutely.
Yeah, wow.
How significant is this change, and what do we know about what's driving
Well,
it?
I think it's important. I've been talking to my clients about this as well. Let's talk about when mortgage rates are coming down, what that actually means, especially when we've seen rates at 3%, right? We're actually talking about coming down from, say, 6.88% to 6.73%. So just that little fraction difference there. It doesn't sound like a lot, but actually, we haven't been this low since December of 2024. So that is significant, actually, just that small amount right there. And it is making a difference when you think about what is happening. In fact, when we see behavior like this, where investors move from stocks to the more safe bond market, we tend to see mortgage rates come down. And that's what's happening right now. And a lot of it is because, and I'm not an economist, Jordan, but we do understand that it is a lot of insecurity and conversation surrounding tariffs. And as long as that conversation continues to draw that type of market behavior, we could see this continue.
Now, are the rates low enough to have an impact when it comes to a buyer?
Well, great question. And, I think just the headline alone of mortgage rates coming down does bring some buyers off the sidelines. In fact, we saw this happen at the beginning of the year, just when economists said mortgage rates really weren't going to come down much at all. We saw buyers come back to the marketplace. They're like, well, what are we waiting for if they're not going to come down? So we actually are seeing more buyers out there. They're not moving real fast. They're taking their own time looking around. But I think that the message is clear. It's like, look, if we're going to be out there, we're going to be creative. And I think that that's the most important thing, is it's not really so much about what the mortgage rate is. It's what I want my payment to be. Because there are so many ways that you can work with your mortgage professional to be creative. If you can qualify for a mortgage, we can find a situation that will work for you. You know what you can afford, so let's just figure out a way to make that happen. And we are keeping a close watch on what is happening from an economic perspective. We know that if we continue to have this topic of tariffs on imported goods, that we could possibly see that have an impact on home prices, particularly with new construction. The cost of lumber goes up. We could see higher prices when it comes to new construction homes.
Okay, speaking of new construction, some of the builders have been playing that low rate game for a while. How is it working out for them?
Well, I think it's worked very, very well, because while resale homes, if you're going out and getting a mortgage, and we're talking about 6.73%, a lot of these new construction homes builders have been sending me emails saying, bring your clients to me, because we can do 2.9%, 4.9% on an incentive basis. So yes, I think that has been very effective for them. But it's important to realize that we are in a market right now where I think I consider it to be more of a balanced market, that buyers and sellers need to understand that this is not a time to let your guards down. If you are looking to buy a home or to sell a home, you really need to understand that if you find a home that you love, don't let your guard down and go in really, really low. Because someone behind you might steal that home right out from under you. Same when you're going to sell your home. We know we love our homes, but don't overprice your home, because that might be painful as well. You really need to be smart and think about it. There's a balanced market out there. We have to really be thoughtful and know that decisions that we make could have an impact on how long we're on the market, or even if we get the house we want.
Quick question. Who do you go to for advisement on that? Because of course you're going to have a higher opinion of your home than maybe somebody who doesn't have an attachment to it.
Sure. So you have to say and have an honest conversation with yourself and with your realtor and say, okay, I want you to be honest with me. And I always like to have those conversations with my clients and say, okay, so this is not personal, but we really do want to, if we want to move quickly, we need to have the honest conversation. And oftentimes they say, all right, Lane, okay, be honest. And I'll say, all right, we got to pack some boxes. Clear the clutter. It's okay. We don't live in our homes the way that we show them.
This is why a good realtor matters.
All right, I'm going to come over and look at your clutter, just so you know.
Okay, I like it. It's a deal. Lane, thank you very much.
You got it.
Let's get a check of your forecast now with Chris.